Hello and welcome. Here we are again. I want to thank everybody for the subscriptions and the views and the shares. It's wonderful stuff, and really enjoying this. And the old adage is, plant a small seed and watch it grow, and so it's growing, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so today's video, liberation. And we're going to deal with a few themes that are current or being the embers are being poked into a fire in society, but they've always been there. We're going to deal with some generals of race, religion, politics, and personal preference or preferences or judgments. And those are going to be in the expression or reflection of the point of reference of the awakened state or the meditation state, or how they apply in these realms and the view of that. Okay? Here we go. Liberation. Meditation is the perfected science of personal liberation. Meditation is the perfected science of personal liberation. Okay. And that doesn't just mean sit-at practice. It means work on self. It means encompassing of your life. Many things. And through, thousands of years, this has been proven correctly. Now, the only thing I'll add into that written statement that I wrote recently, or months and months ago, is that authentic meditation from authentic lineage. You can sit there on the end of a pier, on the top of a mountain, in your house, in your car, in your living room, or on the street, and contemplate all day. But if you don't have the correct necessity that's generally supplied by an authentic teacher, if you don't have the correct in the moment wisdom shared or reflection, then meditation doesn't produce the true beautiful flowered tree and fruit realization or reality. Okay? So, meditation is perfected science of personal liberation. So we're going to deal with that. Okay, so in America right now, and probably across the world, and probably since the beginning of time, racism is a huge, huge, huge issue. So we're going to deal with race. Okay. I also wrote, I have long since liberated myself from the chains of race, religion, and ignorance. Okay, one more time. I have long since liberated myself from the chains of race, religion, and ignorance since Soul Moon Shining. So what does that mean? Okay, race. In the world of meditation or awakening or true spiritual journey, there's no such thing as race. There's no such thing. It's left at the doorstep. It's gone. Color? It's a non-issue in the world of meditation. And if it's an issue right away in meditation or whatever, it's quickly just gone. It's gone. We're all one drop from the cloud. We're all one grain of sand on the beach. We are all just one human being experience, and we live, and we have different styles and different textures and different voices and different ethnic backgrounds. But as far as color of skin, it is an insanity to ever, ever, ever think this way. Now, so for myself, never have had race issues. Never. Have I met people and they're different and all of a sudden I go, whoa, what's this or what's that? Of course, that's just human nature. Have I been curious about, what's your culture like or what are you like? Of course. Have I ever seen race of another individual as greater or lesser? Absolutely not. Does not exist. It's like saying here's an apple and here's an orange. But because the apple is green, this is superior to the orange that's orange. That's insanity, people. It does not exist in the greater good of all and everything and whatnot. And immediately in my life, my world, and I was lucky, I was raised with very open-minded, very intelligent parents. It wasn't allowed. And in meditation world, not allowed. Not allowed. And I don't care about social slurs and this and that. That's just people fighting and bickering. If it is just people fighting and bickering. If there's a charge and a pop behind it of a real nasty intent, that's a different thing. Not allowed. So in the world of meditation, race is a non-issue. Non-issue. Zero. Zip. Nada. We're human beings. Now where racism comes from, I believe, is from the herd. And I take it back to animal roots, which is, the zebras are over there and the tigers are over here, and they're kind of in the jungle hanging out, and they go, oh, what's that? And the fear mechanisms kick in. So when people see somebody that's different and or not quite the same, or the basic survival of life and death survival skills of kick back in, okay, and they put up the defense mechanisms, and then comes the fear and anger and the projections and the jealousies and all these things. It's absolutely one of the dumbest things I have ever seen the human being experience do is racism. Not a fan of it, never going to be a fan of it. And some will criticize me because I've recently, for economic and for the better of my vision of, for the better of the country, have taken political sides where the opposing sides are screaming racism. And I don't see it, okay? I don't see it. And I have numerous examples. But as far as meditation goes, we are all one human being experience. We have different colors, different skins, whatnot. It's a non-issue. You drop it. You deal with the person. Now after that, we deal with attitudes and egos and fears and emotions and disciplines and wills and correct point of views and practices. As far as who you are, in my world and in the meditation world, all are welcome. Racism is non-existence. And the human being experience needs to free itself of this. It's insanity. And you can take it to a greater good. Well, I'm this person and I'm better than that person. I go, no, you're not. Stand in front of a tidal wave and tell me you're the great creator of all and everything. Okay? What's on this planet has been created this planet for whatever reasons, and that's the way it is. Okay? So the faster humanity gets, or civilization gets to the point where we just drop it, gone, obliterate the whole concept of race, the better. We'll see if that happens. In the world of meditation, the moment you walk in the door, it does not exist. It is not allowed. It's if you have it, they tell you turn yourself around, go figure out what's wrong or your thought process and get rid of it. Drop your ego, drop your point of reference, done. Okay? So, when you accept the human race the way it is, and the human being is the way it is, the liberation is just absolutely phenomenal. When you can see every human being as a drop of grace, a drop of life, the beauty surrounds us all. Okay? So, liberate oneself from differences. Okay? So that's that. Liberation. Religion. I've long since liberated myself from religion. Okay, so in my world of meditation, how you view this incredible universe, this God, this source, this life, that's your business. If you want to take the great teachings of Buddha, Christ, Muhammad, on and on and on and on and on and on, and that is your path. If you're a Christian or a Muslim, or you're a Catholic, or etc., 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 there's no problem. I don't ever have a problem with people's religious point of view. I don't see the awakening has anything to do with religion, other than that in the sacred texts of these great wise men or these monks along the way, there's beautiful pearls that from the awakened state have come down, and it's a common thread, and it's gorgeous stuff. Okay, so religion has nothing to do with the awakening. It can be a road to the awakening, but eventually at one point your mindsets have to be let go. I'm doing this, I believe in 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 this. Well, at some point you got to stop and deal with your breath, and you have to look this incredible vastness of life, of God, the source, the universe, directly in self. And you have to go beyond the teachings and just get right here, right now. And not in a mental realization, but in a realized, absolute, connected breath of essence, which you naturally always are, always will be, always have been. Okay? So, how I see it is that the creator of all and everything, the source, the universe, or God, okay, is the vast spirit or energy or wisdom of all life, and from there, then the inspiration or the creation of the great religions happens. So it's like God is the creator and the above the umbrella of all the religions, and it's like a tree and it trickles down. Or you could reverse it from the roots and it branches out, however you prefer to see it. So I see that God is the creator of all religions. But at some point you have to, in meditation and true oneness, no self, you have to drop all that and get just to straight breath, straight drop of fear, straight truth, straight love. Okay? And so these mindsets and judgments can be barriers or bricks and walls. But in the scriptures of religions, there's always these beautiful pearls So when I say I've liberated myself from religion, I've never negated any of the great wisdom that's been brought through all these teachers. I love it, adore it, it's phenomenal. My thing is that I'll then say, but then after the beautiful sages, prophets, teachers, wise men, writers, poets wrote these profound, wonderful realizations of the awakened state or enlightened state or Holy Spirit state, however if you want to use that term, then what has occurred is that the students then get in there and tweak it and manipulate it. And then that's where I have my thing with. Okay? So long since I have liberated that my religion is better than your religion, I'm better than you, annihilated. There's no place for it in the authentic awakened self. And in meditation, doesn't matter. Now, people always say meditation, they put it into, attach it to Buddhism, but really meditation is just prayer, and prayer is just silence, and silence is just stopping and breathing. Okay, I break it down simple. Okay, so the liberating yourself from judgment of religion. Long since I've done that. Very important, because the mind can block your beautiful realization of oneness. Okay, all these they can be like little roadblocks. They can also be little stones or steps along the yellow brick road or the golden path to a beautiful realized self. It just depends on how your mind sees it. Okay, but judgment will block the true awakened state. Okay, it's ego. All right, so we did race, we did religion real quickly. Now we're going to do politics. Okay, politics. Now, recently I crossed a line in America and I got into the fight because I saw something very clearly. Okay, right or wrong, don't know. Ask me in 10 years. But in future coming or arriving, I'm going to explain why I took the political road that I took. Okay, it was very unpopular in the world of meditation for many. People judge it. And actually, I broke a law or meditation or a teacher's rule is that I chose a side. Okay, we're supposed to stay neutral, 50-50, balanced. Neither here nor there, neither this nor that, neither the left nor the right, neither up nor down, neither you nor me. Balanced, reflective, whatever. And I stepped across that line. Okay, I probably will one day step back. I may not. But in the world of meditation or spirit or awakened self or good self, how does politics fit into it? It doesn't. It does not matter if you voted for a blue hippopotamus with purple ears. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with that. That's like saying I'm going to the DMV and I'm getting a license plate that says my last name on it. It's the same, exact same in the awakened or meditative state as going to the DMV and getting a customized license plate, and it's just a civil task. That's all it is. Now, is there ramifications in society, and do those ramifications have effect? Yes. Okay, they do. So I jumped into politics and broke the non-dualistic or the traditional stage and chose a side for a reason. Years come, I'll look back and see why I did that. Right, wrong, left, right, don't know, but I did. Okay, I broke a rule. Will I come back? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So I crossed the line, and now may I come back, or may I go back and forth? I don't know. Okay. But one of the reasons I did it was because for years they say, oh, well, you know, meditation masters and teachers and gurus and monks, you can't get political, you can't be worldly, you can't be in the business, you can't have, say, that's just way too much power for one man to have all this wisdom and this awakening and this, and these spiritual powers or this great, persuasion, and then you're going to be civilly active and have actual fundamental practical common task companies and power, which is a whole another set of videos talking about the concept of power. But to kind of package this, is that for years people think it's too much. You can't have the enlightened monk be a governor of a state and a billionaire businessman. Oh no, that's too much. Society couldn't handle it. That'd be way too much power for it. Rubbish. This is 2018. The awakened are in the world. Period. So that's one of the reasons I made a statement. I said, no, I'm going to play with politics, and I picked a side. Okay, that's one of many, many, many. And it was a hard choice for me, the decision I made in politics. But as far as meditation, the awaken, are you a pure soul? Are you a holy soul? Politics means about as much as saying, I'm going to lunch and I'm going to have a salad, or I'm going to lunch and I'm going to have soup. No matter. It has nothing to do with your spirit, yourself, your soul, your awakening, your integrity. There you go. I've been kind of dancing around it and mumbling around it for the last few minutes, and finally got it. It has nothing to do with your integrity or your essence integrity. Okay? It's a choice. You may be right, you may be wrong. So, in the world of meditation, politics means very little. Very, 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 very little. Okay? Personally, I got involved. One of the reasons, millions were unemployed and suffering. And I wanted to see that end. Okay? So that's politics. So liberate yourself from this concept that, well, I picked this person and he's a great person. I picked that, you picked that person, they're a bad person. So that means I'm a really holy person and you're really an egomaniac crazy person. No. No. That means you like apples, you like oranges, you like salad, you like soup. You went down to the DMV and put this on your license plate. I put that. That's all it means. It's just tasks and whatnot. Okay? Done. Has nothing to do with what people project on. There is no moral high ground. And there's finally the point I get to. There is no moral high ground from a true meditation practitioner or spiritual practitioner and authentic meditation or awakened state when it comes to politics. Okay? It's a choice. And the great Zen lesson is called Is That So? Check that out. See what you think. Okay, so we did race, we did religion, and we did politics, and so it comes down to preference. Okay. Fourth one, we're going to do RRPP. Race, religion, politics, preferences. Okay. When we're kids, our parents let us be children, like, discover things within their confines of their choice. Then we grow up, we have to go along with these rules, and we have to follow our parents' rules or society's rules, whatever. And at some point, we get a choice. We're adult. Okay, I want to, have soup, salad. I like soup over salad. Some of that's natural disposition, some of that's behavioral, some of that's limited beliefs or stuck mindsets. So be it. It is what it is. Okay. But preferences in the non-dual duality, okay, in a real awakened state of You're a witness, and you drop your preferences. One of the great joys about the world of meditation and my own personal journey is I have met thousands of people that were different than myself. And one of the great fun games and to do is you know, they call it drop your bullshit, drop your shit, drop your ego. Okay, you meet somebody and all of a sudden you go, yeah, I don't really like that person, and all of a sudden you have to take a breath. You go, okay, clear the mechanism, clear the mind, clear the moment, and go, whoa, who are you? And learn. And in this, when you drop your mind, when you liberate yourself from this view of you know, the right or the left, black or white, you know, the donkey and the elephant, you know, the cross and the no cross. When you open your mind and just witness it and engage in it and accept that we're on a planet with 7 billion people, that this great creation came, and in a breath we are this beautiful spark of life and wonderment, and so is everything else that's on this planet. Okay? And when you can see all of life and all of people from this wonderful point of reference, then when you meet somebody, what's the beautiful, gorgeous thing is you get to see something different. Maybe it's a side of yourself you don't really like. You go, oh wow, I didn't like her because it's me. Maybe the person just isn't really cool to your point of view, but to somebody else they're greatly cool. Maybe there are a rotten person, or, and when I mean rotten, by, they're mean, they're cruel, they're just brutal killers and so selfish, okay? But ultimately, when we drop our judgment of what we have taught and told is right, and we see what is, and then when we're in tune with our own self, and our own truth, and our own moment that we live now, what a beautiful world. Okay? So the whole point about this, about liberation is in a breath. Liberation is in a clear mind, new mind, critical, sharp, gorgeous mind. Liberation is in the adventure of life. Liberation is knowing we are truly all connected in one.